Moni does stuff time. But this time I'm accompanied from a very nice sound of my fan from my laptop because Moni does stuff is on the road. I am actually in the headquarters, not in the headquarters, but in the headquarters of Thankful Cow Solutions today, and I am hitting you right from Northern Ireland, close to Belfast. But yeah, check out Thankful Cow Solutions, then you know where I am. So, if you're a bit wobbly today, it's because we're coming to you from the bed, which is totally fine. Um, and I want to talk to you about awesome stuff today in the second part of Rocketed Launch, um, which is all about email marketing 101. So let me just quickly show you what we will be discussing today, which is like what is email marketing in general, what different tools are out there. I will show you a bit about Mailerlite, and eventually I can show you what an email newsletter could actually look like in case you want to see a finished one too. We already had one of the topics we already had was um, uh, Mailchimp. So if you go back a few episodes, you will definitely be able to see Mailchimp happening. And I'm not on a ship, Tom. And how Mailchimp works. So I'm not going to show you Mailchimp again today, but I will tell you a bit about email marketing in general, because when you're starting to launch something, the important thing actually is that you let your audience know what's happening. So there is a few weeks time before you actually launch your product or your tool or whatever it is that you are launching, to get people more accustomed and more comfortable with buying something from you, and to keep them in the loop and keep them informed about what it actually is that you want to offer, and will actually do then later on. So the thing is, that you start to email them on a regular basis. Of course, when you're an online business owner, you already are in regular contact with your audience through an email list that you um, create with that you can create by offering freebies, as I mentioned last week. So, but during launch, in launch mode, you will most definitely write them more regularly or more frequently than you do uh, when you're not launching. So, in order to get more and more people buy your things, you will start to email them more, and that is also part of email marketing. So there are different ways you can do that. When you have some things that you launch on a regular basis or that's like ongoing, you can set up automations, and I covered automations a bit in the Mailchimp version. But um, there are different kinds of tools out there that you can do that with, and I'm going to show you a few where you can do that. So just let me quickly hop over, because there are a few out there. I hope that's right. Just let me check. Yeah, it's working. Inception, there's always Inception. So one of the tools that is a free version and can be compared to Mailchimp that I've covered in a previous video is Mailerlite. It's free. Sorry for the noise. I hope you can handle it well. It's free for 1,000 subscribers, and we all start small. We don't all have an email list with like a few thousand people, so start with something that's free, because it will save you quite some money. Of course, there are always more plans, and they're always connected to the amount of people in your email list. So, like I said, Mailchimp and Mailerlite are both free email marketing tools that you can use. Another one is Convertkit. That's really popular and really trendy actually for online marketers, or in general for online business owners, because the way that ConvertKit organizes the list of subscribers is pretty awesome, especially if you compare it to Mailchimp, who has like a different list for every person. Mailchimp always uses one database of all the subscribers, and with segments and tags you can bunch them together as you like, which is really nice. Another thing that we know is ActiveCampaign, or that we know, that you know now, that is out there now, is ActiveCampaign. And it's also, you can see a bit, have some insights here on what it looks like. You can also set up automations and have like different sorts of lists, but it's the same thing as for ConvertKit and Mailerlite and Mailchimp and ConvertKit. I said that already. It helps you sending out emails to your clients. So as you can see, you have like different conditions you can use and stuff like that. So that's generally what ActiveCampaign looks like. ActiveCampaign is not free. Same as ConvertKit, you have to pay both of them. There is no free version out there. There are some trial versions, like as you can see here. I think you can test ActiveCampaign for 2 weeks or so. And ConvertKit, if you subscribe to it, there are a lot of people out there with an affiliate link, and their affiliate marketing is really amazing because you get monthly payments. So it's not just a one-time fee that you get for people you refer, but a regular fee that hits your bank account every month. That's pretty cool. So passive income right there. And you can get a free trial if you sign up with one, and some affiliate links even give you the opportunity to test it for 30 days. That's really awesome. Or you get 30 days for free. Anyway, both of that somehow is working. So the real difference between like ConvertKit and all the other ones, I would say, is that you gotta have a bit of a knowledge of HTML and CSS coding, because the ConvertKit templates are not drag and drop templates like it would be for Mailchimp or for ActiveCampaign or also for Mailerlite, because their focus is on having focus. They want you to focus on the content that you're sending out, not on the design that you send out to people, just because they say it's more important, like it draws attention to the most essential thing that's happening, which is the content actually, and not like a graphic. And that's why it's trickier, or at least you have to know a bit of HTML to actually put some images into your email templates and create them, like create lists and links and stuff like that, or have a button in there. That's all that's something that you have to create with HTML and CSS to have it look like a button, because there is no drag and drop, as I said. So since I've already showed you Mailchimp in a different video, I'm just quickly going to give you an overview of Mailerlite and how you can do stuff in there, because it's free, and a lot of people prefer it over Mailchimp because it's, but I do like the monkey because the monkey is funny. So monkey has good copy, so Moni likes monkey. So I set up an account on Mailerlite, but the thing that you need to know is that Mailerlite wants to actually verify your domain. So they want you to sign up with an email address, like, for example, moni@monidoesstuff.com or moni@monirocksyoursocks.com. So they want you to actually own a domain, then verify that that domain even exists, and that the website domain exists, before you can actually send out email campaigns to your subscribers. That could be something that might be a bit tricky if you're not very techy, and if you have an issue setting that up. So you can always contact me and I can help you with that. But just so you know, with Mailchimp, you don't really need to do that, but Mailerlite wants you to do that before you actually send out your email campaigns. But that's definitely how you, as you see right here, that's how Mailerlite presents itself. So you can create campaigns right here on the left hand side. You can add subscribers manually, or you can look at integrations, and as with most of the tools, connect it to a lot of different things. Like you can get the API key here to connect it with whatever is not in the list, or you can automatically connect it to whatever is in that can be found in that list, which is really cool. But that's not the most important thing that we're doing today, because we want to have a look at the campaigns part and the forms part and stuff. So in order for you to send out emails to people, you first need to get them from them. So we have to create a form in order to do that. There are different versions of forms. You can see that there is a pop-up, so an in-your-face thing. I am not really a fan of in-your-face pop-ups, but apparently they convert really well, just because probably even though people are annoyed, they still catch more attention than just having an embedded form somewhere. So you can create a pop-up here. You can create separate landing pages, for example, if you do not have a website, or if you, which is weird though, considering the domain name, but whatever. You can create a simple landing page here within Mailerlite itself, or you can create forms that you can embed on different websites or wherever you want the people to sign up for your thing. So let's just quickly have a look at the create landing pages. So we are offering a freebie here, and we're loading because it's working really hard, my laptop. I'm really sorry. So there are subscribers groups. I will show you that in a second. And you click on save and continue. Hope you can hear me over the noise. And there are also different templates, as you can see, that you can just pick from and change the copy. For example, there is a coming soon thing happening. So I'm just previewing the template. So as you can see, there is a timer on that page. So it's really actually pretty nice if you're not used to, or if you need landing pages, which you will, to actually get information from people. We will talk about that next week, by the way. So next week is landing page week. So that's one way you can actually provide or create a landing page. And as you can see on the right hand side, there are the drag and drop, all the different kinds of content that we have. So you can click and drag over a testimonial tool, and then simply start adding whatever it is that you want to have there. So I click on the name and I say that's Mr. and we'll click on the right hand side and call it Mr. Knightenberg, right? Mr. Knightenberg. This is part of the thankful cow. I'm sorry I can't read your comments right now because I don't have my mobile phone with me, but Mr. Knightenberg, you're featured here. Thankful Cow Solutions, and they say Moni is so annoying and she snores, which I don't, but well. So you can add everything right here. So there's the content, and on the right hand side you can change the image, give the different font size to the title, and a different color, and a different font style, make it a link or not make it a link, add the subtitle, and add the text, like the size of the text, for example. Moni is so annoying and she snores. You can make it a quote. As you can see, there are different kinds of design elements that you can change. So you can click save here and drag and change all the other things, or drag and drop new stuff here. So if you want to change the timer, for example, you can set a specific expiration date, and it will count down from there, which you won't do right now. So once you're done editing, you can just click done editing. I hope you don't feel drunky here. And that's probably the reason why you want to add your own domain, because that's what it will look like. So you can't go to subscribespage.com and the thing, but you want to have it with your own domain. Like that will, yeah, but I'm not going to add my domain now because, yeah. And you can give it a certain name, like if that's the page where you want people to sign up for your freebie, you can call it freebie, for example, as you would do when you want to have my freebie, which you can download at monirocksyoursocks.com/freebie. Or if you want to talk to Yoshi, he will send it to you too. You can go to monirocksyoursocks.com/Yoshi. So yeah, that's just a side note from me. You can change the page title. That's what you can see on the top right here. So that's the page title that you can add here for SEO, and add some keywords and some meta description and all the social sharing things. Sharing is caring. Yeah, so since I cannot save that right now because I haven't added a new domain, I'm not doing that at the moment, but that's one way to create a way to gather information for your email marketing tools. Same thing here with the embed form. Embed form, give it a name. It's called freebie. Save and continue. And then you can either choose if you want to have an embedded form, like just the whole form with the form thing where you actually write in your email address and your name, or you can create a subscribe button. That's just a button where you can say subscribe here, and then you will have a pop-up afterwards. But I'm going to use the embed form. And same thing here, choose what kind of group you want to send it to. And then again, create your sign-up form right here. There are often website providers or themes, for example, that don't make it necessary for you to even embed that form manually. It's often enough to just have a connection, to create a connection between the two things. For example, with WordPress, I'll just show you on my end here how it works on the Divi theme. Oh, I'm already logged in. That's amazing. So if you check out my freebie page, this is what it would it probably wouldn't look like, because the embedding function of Mailchimp, and especially like the free versions, if you use their code, then you have to like manually adjust the code and stuff, and that can be really annoying. But that's how it looks like right here. And I didn't have to take the code from Mailchimp, for example, but with the Divi theme, which I can show you next week too, you have different kinds of modules, and it's enough to integrate the module with the actual. You can see there's an email opt-in thing, and if you click on that, when it's actually loading, but since we're working really hard on my specs right now, it's a bit slow. Oh, I scrolled too far. I just move over to Mailerlite and tell you about something else in the meantime. So when we talk about subscribers, they have one list of subscribers, and you can segment them. For example, if you have people that sign up for, as you can see, depending on their attributes and their behaviors. So let's say you have more than one freebie, but you want to know where the people came from. So you can actually create segments or groups, like they're coming from my ebook. Create a segment here, and you can say they have a sign up source is added manually or imported from file, or using the form, for example. And you can create different conditions to make a bunch of to segment all your subscribers, for example. Groups, on the contrary, is you can create a new group, call it the Awesomes, click create, and then yeah, same thing here. Group belongs to the awesomes. So you can add people to different kinds of groups, for example. Yeah, so that's, and you can see there are also stats going on right here. So if you want to know how many people subscribe, you can just click on subscribers and see what's happening in the last couple of months, and how did people react to your email, how many read it, how many read it often, sometimes or never, and there probably most likely be, have they read it on their mobile phone, or did they read it on a desktop, and stuff like that. So you can see all the stats in here. Campaigns, in contrary to automations, is like the thing that you set up, like that it goes out once. An automation is something that where people can sign up and they will automatically get an email through that. So you can create workflows in the automation form. So people subscribe to one of your forms, and then you can set up the trigger, for example. The trigger is when subscriber joins a group, or when there is a specific date, and whenever that date happens, then they get an automated email, like birthdays, for example, if that is something that you ask from your subscribers. So maybe let's just quickly have a look back to, no, it's not working. My DB form, yes. So as you can see here, if I scroll down a bit, you can just simply connect whatever email marketing tool you have with Mailchimp, with DB, for example, and there are a lot of different themes that offer that. Or depending, maybe you're using Squarespace, then it's very easy too. You can just easily connect your email marketing tool with whatever landing page you have going on. Or you can create like landing pages directly in Mailchimp if you're not very familiar with operating on landing pages. So as I said, when we go back to automations, you can say when subscriber joins a group, then you can say I want only the awesomes to get that, and then you click on save, and then you can start, click the plus icon above. Where is above? There. Haha. To say I want the email to go out once the subscriber joins the group The Awesomes, or I want to wait for a day or for 5 minutes until something happens, or I want a condition to happen. So if the or it could be that if the subscriber clicks a link, then they can do this, or if the workflow activity, let's say, don't have any email to collect, so, but that's something that you can, the logic that you can set up is what you can do at the automations part of Mailerlite. Yeah, and campaigns is what you set up to send out emails to people. So you click on campaign, give it a subject line. You can add like personal content. For example, if you want to address them personally, you can add the personalization variable. That's a tough word. And then you can even split test. That's a nice thing to do, to see to what kind of topic people or subject line people rather want to open the email from. That was not English, but I hope you understand what I was saying. My email address, click on next, and then you can work with the drag and drop editor, or you can write an own HTML code, or you can just have the rich text editor where you can just edit text. But I will just show you the drag and drop editor, because if you're not very techy, HTML could be a bit tricky. So same with most of the tools that I'm showing you, there is a drag and drop version. You can just simply click on it, drag it over here, and then start typing in your content. And then if you're done with it, you can consider like working on the design stuff, like what does it look like, click yourself through everything you see here in order to then switch the themes. For example, there are different, oh, it's Christmas, but it's not Christmas, hopefully. Animations. Don't do animations in email, that's weird. Gifts is fine, but like, I would be so disturbed if I had that in my inbox. Also, the functionality might not be really well on every, you always have to consider, and that's what Convertkit actually does. You have to consider that every person you're sending an email to probably has a different kind of setup. So some might look at their emails via their browser, some might have Outlook, I'm sorry for you. Some might have read it with Apple Mail. So there's a huge variable that's not sure, not the same for everyone. So you don't know what it will actually look like. That's why Convertkit, for example, focuses on sending out plain text emails. So yeah, you can set it up like this, and if I can show you how if you're not a part of my email list already, I can show you how a finished template can actually look. I mean, I do know that emails are probably more the deliverability. So I mean, more emails will be delivered when it's not like super fancy and it's not looking really good and it's just plain text. So plain text hits more inboxes than like fancy stuff. But since I like fancy things happening, that's why of course my newsletter has a lot of graphics going on, because that's just something that I like. That's why it is like that. So that's actually what my newsletter looks like when it hits your inbox. This week I didn't send it out since I'm on no, I'm not on vacation. I'm on the road. So you didn't see an email in your inbox this week, but you will get an update really soon. So that's what it could look like, for example. And I'll just quickly copy that template for you to actually see how it's set up within Mailchimp. So there are different campaigns that I'm sending out. And if you are launching something, then you might start, you can start emailing your list more frequently, as in start out, the closer it gets to your actual launch date, the more often you want to write your email list. So you will probably start by emailing them once a week, and then maybe twice a week, and then maybe every other day, and then every day, and then until the last days of your launch date, you will probably email them even like once or twice or 3 times a day. It really depends if you like doing that. I'm not a huge fan of actually writing so many emails, but it's working for people. It does work really well. So yeah, as you can see here, that's where my text area is, and I can just randomly edit everything that I have there. There are different setups. So this is, for example, an image card right here. So where I have the top of the image from my episode, and then you can click on the button to get there. It's pretty yeah, and all the social media content. So that's something that you will get every week if you sign up for my email list, which you can find at monirocksalesocks.com/freebie, or if you talk to Yoshi at monirocksalesocks.com/Yoshi. So that's kind of what email marketing looks like. It's about sending out quite a lot of emails to your list in order to keep them aware of the fact that there is something happening really soon. So you just want to keep them in the loop and keep them informed, and those who stick around will probably be your clients, depending on how good your email copy is and stuff like that. But there are quite a few tools out there that can offer you that. I personally like Mailchimp because they're just funny. They make cool stuff when you want to send it. I can just try and do that right now because I'm not sending it. No, I won't do that. Anyway, but after, I probably will eventually consider switching to Convertkit just because they have awesome things happening, as in you can make people, you can really tailor your email marketing to your clients and give them the options and choices. For example, you start to send out um, training on something specific that you're offering via email, like a free email course for people in your email list. And you can give them the option to say, I'm interested in that email course. If you click on that list, you will get the email course, for example. Or if you don't want to get the following email automation, then just click on the link here. You will still be in my email list. You will still be informed about everything that I'm doing, but you will just not get the next 5 emails that I'm sending out regularly. So that's something that's really nice in ConvertKit, that you can actually segment it really well and set up a lot of rules and triggers for people. So, for example, you can embed a video in your email, and for the people who click on the email and start watching, then something is happening, or they get another one depending on what they click in their email. So that's really nice because you have all the cool conditions happening, which is really cool. So that's why at first I was like, is ConvertKit really that awesome? But it is indeed really nice. But you can stick with the free versions, as for example Mailerlite, or you can do the Mailchimp one. So that's practically it for today, I'm thinking. Yay! So thank you for watching. We didn't have music today because I didn't know where my files were. So thanks for watching. It was a weird episode, but that's how episode number 13 works, I think. If you want to find out more about launching and the things you need for a launch, then join me next week again where I will be talking about landing pages, because you need landing pages if you want to offer something to people. So that's what we will be discussing next week. But next week it will be 5 p.m. I think again, but look at the events tab, you will find all the times and dates there. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your Sunday. It's Mother's Day in the UK, which is weird because in Austria we don't have Mother's Day in March. But yeah, so I will be part of a big family gathering, which is totally awesome. There will be a lot of awesome food. Amanda is doing great stuff already. So thanks to Thankful Cow Solutions for offering me their headquarters today. And join that page out below. And see you again next week. And hope you have a great day. Good evening, I wanted to say, but it's not evening, it's afternoon. So good afternoon, and see you next week. Goodbye.